Yeah, can you guys hear me? So let us
Yeah,
discuss
Ravi.
something about middleware today. So what is this middleware and what do we do in middleware? So basically there are three things in middleware. So you just write it as CRM middleware, monitoring and troubleshooting. We will not do configuration. We will only do monitoring and troubleshooting of middleware. So you write this. Monitoring and troubleshooting. So what SAP CRM middleware brings is these are the important points. Seamless integration, groupware integration. Groupware means any of your communication softwares like your Outlook, like your Lotus Domino, all these things can be integrated with SAP. It is a simply SAP has provided the adapters. That means you have to use groupware adapter and it has to be configured with the SAP CRM. And in fact, when you buy Outlook, this Outlook documentation already will give you how to configure Outlook for CRM, for SAP CRM. So there you have to follow the steps in Outlook. Here you have to come down and do give the. I'm recording. I'll be sending you this. So, so we have this provides groupware integration that synchronizes mobile clients is and it is also an integral part of CRM server. And it requires no additional software, no additional installation, and no additional servers. Remember that. That is one big advantage with SAP CRM middleware. It is part and parcel of the CRM system. You take all these points. Okay. So remember this, no additional installation, no additional servers. It is part and parcel of the architecture. Middleware is one of the middle level component within the architecture if we can see. So, as part of the monitoring and troubleshooting process, we have certain T codes which we have to frequently follow. You take it side heading called most important transaction codes used in middleware. Most important transaction codes. Take this list. You have to remember this chart, okay? Because middleware, you are not you'll not be that strong in the process, so you have to remember the T codes only. When somebody will ask you on middleware questions, you always have to handle with middleware T codes. Take this SMWP monitoring cockpit. W0 is error handler. QR is queue scheduler. So because we are learning the troubleshooting part, and that means when there is a problem, where to look. That's where once we learn the process, it's very easy to do the monitoring. the T codes. So remember, these are the most important one. So that means frequently we are going to finish it. Have a chart of a printout of this. So frequently somebody will ask you what is the middleware trace. You have to, you should be able to tell. You should talk about what is this, and it is not about just knowing the T codes. That means when to, excuse me, when to see the Q, when to see the BDoc, what is this BDoc is. Each one's functionality is very important. So you have to first learn what kind of functionalities we are going to have. Let me know once done. Okay. Done. Yeah. So when it comes to these T codes, we would be learning one by one, but have to understand. Suppose to start with, what is a BDoc? So that means BDoc is something like very every time when you are trying to understand middleware, it is going to come in between, and so these are certain applications and objects we, as we already know, and this adapter is called validation service. And you can see this down here, NetWeaver, on top CRM applications. So applications would be marketing, your web channel, your interaction center, so and so on, your sales, and objects, as we already discussed in the architecture when the initial session has happened. So you can see this NetWeaver application server, and here it is middleware. So just try to take this picture quickly. You can see, remember that there is a validation service between application and middleware, because this validation service only it will use those BDocs, how to understand to each other and what to filter. For example, when you are sending through an R3 adapter through this validation service, uh, you require this adapter's validation service when the data is coming inside. So when it is going outside, it's a different picture. I'll be just discussing the outbound and inbound what happens. And you can see this mobile is dotted. That means It doesn't go to the direct mobiles. It will first go to the towers and from towers to the mobile phones. That's how it is. Take this. Done with the diagram? Done? Yeah. So this NetWeaver application, as it is a people integration, as it is platform integration, data integration, we can do any kind of integration like from portals to, so this will provide you that middleware's platform, which is, that means cross platform things like XML outputs or whatever, everything. This NetWeaver app is a big plus to SAP's now. Even recently the HANA database also has come, high analytic appliance, so that has also been added to this. So it is almost all, now the SAP's CRM is almost 50 times faster than most of the fellow CRMs in the data retrievals, in the reporting, in the optimization. So because of the HANA database which has been uh, included. So write something about BDoc. BDoc stands for business document. BDoc. So BDoc is simply two things. Suppose if you have to send data from middleware to other mobile client or something, you have to send table by table. KNA1 one table, address one table, KNVB. So instead of sending them in a table, it will go with a structured mechanism, BDoc with the name called Smith. The customer's name itself, the BDoc's name. So on each changes what you're doing, it will automatically update to the back to the ERP. So if you can see this. So this method is not being used. So we will go ahead. Take this. BDoc is a data container for processing business objects that logically belong to one order or one customer. One order or one customer. Next line. We can transport this data as a single unit. We can transport this data as a single unit. And write this. What is a BDoc message? There are two things, okay? BDoc messages and BDoc types. We will see in detail what is the difference between both of them. BDoc messages are used for data processing within the CRM system and for data replication in mobile clients only. And types are managed in the BDoc repository using BDoc modular. So it is, types are again for the external world is not message, it is types. For within the system we use, so BDoc types are used for the external system interaction. Take this, both the definitions. So if you can see this, BDoc type means the entire structure is called BDoc type. That means this KNA1 is a customer table, address table, and communication table. The three tables. KNVB is a communication table, ADRC is the address table, KNA1 is customer. That means this is the substructure. So even the address details are part of this customer. So that's the reason he says this customer's address and communication. So this BDoc message is going to change only, that means contains only modified fields. Suppose his city is changed and street is changed, but rest of all other updates would be same. So the Smith's city has been changed, the address has been changed, rest the customer number will not change. Still it remains the same. So BDoc generally will have two types of classes. One is MBDoc, that's called mobile messaging BDoc, and SBDoc is called synchronizing BDoc. Messaging BDoc, synchronizing BDoc. So SB docs are used only in the mobile cases, mobile related synchronization process. This BDoc will is a template which will keep the entire data glued, that in a single packet. That's what a BDoc is all about. We will see some examples of BDocs. Take this. What are BDocs? Very, very important, because when we open BDocs, you will not see the structure like this. It is, you have to imagine in this way. Take this one. The distinction between type and message. But inside the system, it's only messages. I don't need structure. But when it goes out, I need a structure. So that's the reason he has given two methods. One is a message, other one is a type. Take this. So we were just talking about a message and also a type. So there is one more new thing which is also called instance. So that means every time you will be changing your values, right? So BDoc will create a new instance. Type is nothing but a structure, as we already discussed, which depicts a business object, single business object. Instance is something which repeats. That means as many number of times you change the data, it converts into an instance. Then we also have this something called BDoc message. So BDoc message is nothing but it is only for the modified fields. The messages are always, so remember, instance, type and message. Type is the total business object related information, all entries, all changes together, how many times you have done, everything will be there in a BDoc type. When it's instance, only that values which whenever you are changing, each time there will be a unique global user identifier, GUID, that's called BDoc instance. That means at this hour, last time whatever we have changed, there would be a problem in that. So we will be only checking the latest instances whenever there is a root cause problem. That means when there is, so message is something only the modified fields. So again, you also write what is this BDoc instance. It does not exist as a BDoc but still found in the database. That's called instance number. You write this BDoc instance. Again, anyway, message you have already written. So type, instance, this is the definite question they are going to ask you in the interviews. What is the difference between these three? Right? Okay, done. So remember, you have any question on what is the difference between BDoc type, instance and message? All of you have understood? Yeah. So there are two things we have to remember when you anytime talk about this inbound and outbound processing. So inbound means which comes into SAP. Remember, when something comes from outside the system, we have to validate because it is not in the SAP CRM format. But when it goes from my system to others, I don't need to validate because this message in BDoc will send it to an admin console. There is a smoke transaction code. There we process the entire, again it reaches the R3 adapter. So it is one thing. He's talking about how it comes from an R3, an ERP to CRM. The other one he's talking about from a CRM to ERP. When it comes from a ERP to CRM, you have to understand there is a validation process, MBDoc. So you just check both take this diagram. It is inbound and outbound processing. Remember, Validation is only in case of inbound, and in outbound it is admin console. And in this case there is no administration required. Directly validation, and it reaches the proper CRM tables. I'll send you the CRM tables list after this session. So you're done with it, right? So when you are talking about all these things, you have a lot of tables like which we this particular bdocs will hold this table structures actually. So I'll just send you the uh, this particular structure. I want you guys to just go and check this. These are certain table names like Butte 0, Butte 05, CRMD underscore customer underscore. These are all table names like which we have for these data retrievals and data exchange. So you have to remember these tables. So I am sending you this list as a link now. Okay. And I'll also be sending this class link. So tomorrow there is no class. I am rescheduling it because just now I was talking with Sampath and the timing will change. I will put it on the Skype and also on the Twitter. All of you are there in the Twitter, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm there.
Geeta, you're there in the on the Twitter.